This game truly is a magical ancestry. I should start this out by saying I have always been really interested in the turn-based MMORPG genre, or really just turn-based games in general, and I have been for a long while, but never got a chance to play any of the classics. Things like Chrono Trigger, Golden Sun, Final Fantasy, Wizard 101, if anyone remembers that. I just never had a way to really dive into the MMO turn-based genre. Well, that was until this game came along. Incantation Bloodline is an open-world turn-based MMORPG, and it is really incredible, even down to the small details, and the world is huge. It's a game I love, and you should love even more. I should say this video is not a guide in any way, more of a simple essay type video, just more people can see the game, and if it has any interest to you, you should please give it a shot. This game is great, but why is this game good? Well, my little peasant friends, I'll tell you. Let me start with a simple summary of the start of the game. When you first join into Wizardly Descent, you will be born as a random race, which I'll talk about later, and labeled as a Landmark. And some cool god guy sends you on a quest to stop evil gods and fake ones and beasts or something. I like lore and all, but I have no idea what's going on. I mean, this game truly is the best example of just being thrown into the dark with little to no hand-holding. It literally just throws you into the world and says, well, good luck, shitfuck. From here, you can literally do whatever you want. Explore the town, take down some monsters, or immediately jump off a cliff like a psycho and die. Which leads me to the next point you should probably know. This game is permadeath, meaning if you die 3 times, you're gone. No exceptions, and you lose everything, returning to square one. So, be careful. But with that, what exactly do you do in this game? Well, simple. Fight, you get stronger, and explore. But for now, let's just focus on the fight part. Like I said, Sorcery Origin is a turn-based game, so if you're stupid and don't know what that means, basically your opponent goes first, then you attack, it's as simple as that. That being said though, it's somehow a lot more fun than you think. Probably because there's a lot of extra stuff that they added in to spice up the combat. For example, the thing you'll be using every fight, and it's probably the first thing you'll see, is the block and dodge minigame. If you can get the bar into the red, you block. If you get it on the yellow, you make a dodge. After that, it's your turn. From here, you have a few options. You can either escape, meditate, which gives you an extra energy point, guard, which gives you a defense buff but it's kinda useless, or use an item. But the main thing you'll be doing is using your skills for attack. Now you're probably wondering how you get more skills, as for newcomers it mostly looks like this. Well, with the exception of days, there are 2 main methods. Either from scrolls you can find from time to time, or from the various classes in the game. Pretty good segue, right? When you reach level 5, you have an option to pick a base class, all of which are located in the forest area, some being more hidden than others. I'm looking at you, Wizard Bridge. Obviously, each class has their own unique moves and weapons of choice. The current base classes are Wizard, Warrior, Thief, Martial Artist, and Slayer. And obviously you can only pick one, and depending on the one you pick, it will also determine your superclass. But I think superclasses are more exploration based rather than fighting. However, something else that is unique to each class are their minigames. Each time you use one of their moves, you are forced into a minigame. The bigger the stronger the move, the harder each minigame gets. Slayers have these circle things, Mage has a drag and drop game, and Sword has this thing similar to the dodge bar. These minigames are honestly pretty fun, and once you pull it off, you truly feel unstoppable. Oh, you died. Well, that's rough, buddy. But it's no matter. All you have to do from here is simply get stronger. So how exactly does one get stronger in Enchantment Heritage? It's a general term after all, but that's exactly why I used it that way, because there are many ways to get stronger, whether it be permanently or temporarily. Let's start off with the most basic example, your race. The race you spawn with determine many things, like your starting stats and the skills you get as you level up. Admittedly, some are a bit better than others, as some give stat boosts to certain things. For example, the Estella give a stat boost to both physical and range/magic attacks. The next way to get stronger is by leveling up. How exactly? Well, when battling, you might notice that you gain a bit of magic stuff called essence. This can be spent by meditating and talking to the glowing orb thing, which will then give you some stats to spend on stuff. Yep, nothing else here at all. Ah, fine, creepy-eyed bastard. This thing will let you see the skill tree, which you can get points for doing various things. You can choose to follow the path of destruction, empowerment, or be a pussy and go the path of sundry. Destruction is obviously offense, empowerment gives more defense buffs, and sundry makes progression easier, as well as gives speed and luck. These buffs are not only permanent, but they also transfer through characters, meaning the next time you make a character, those buffs are still active. But enough about that, let's talk about stats directly. Obviously, some stats affect different moves, and depending on your playstyle, you have to assign stats point effectively and with foresight. Especially if you're going for a certain superclass. Sounds tough, I know, but nothing your big brain can't handle. All you have to do is think ahead and do some research. In total, you have 120 stats to spend, 3 stat points per level, plus the extra 1 to all stats every 5 level, and your max level is 40. Should not take a genius to figure all this out, but I think you'll be fine. However, sometimes you just need strength or a stat higher now. So, let's talk about equipment. Equipment comes in 3 shapes: rings, earrings, and necklaces, all of them having a quality system, starting from broken being the worst and blessed being the best. These accessories directly affect the stats on the character, most of the time anyways. And these stat changes are nothing to joke about, especially for their upgraded version. I have seen people with 3 times the damage because of accessories. It's the same reason this clip exists.
That's a lot of damage!
Okay, now dude. But I digress. Accessories are insane and extremely helpful. They cover things that your build may lack or enhance the things you have even further. But some equipment don't do that. Some give you extra skills. For example, the slime boss can drop a ring that lets you summon a slime. Pretty nifty stuff. Equipment is crucial to your classes as well, especially for your super classes. But you might be asking, what are superclasses? Glad you asked. Superclasses are the upgraded version of your base class. Each base class has 2 superclasses to choose from when they get to level 15. One for orderly and one for chaotic. I'll go over the alignment stuff in the exploration part though. So are these classes powerful? Yes. They seriously are, and they are so worth it to get it. But which one is the most powerful? Well, that's simple. None. With everything I have said up to this point, you think there is an objectively better race, build, and so on. And while there might be, I want to make something very clear. Everything is totally up to you. How you play, what your build is, and what your class is. Don't listen to any stupid tier list online in YouTube or just in tierlist.com. It truly is up to you. Now, there are a lot of other ways to get stronger in this game. However, these take a lot more exploration. It's safe to say that exploration is a huge part of Witchcraft Dynasty. No matter how hard you try, you will eventually have to go out and explore. The map is pretty large too. Currently there are 3 towns, 4 biomes, and each one has their own mobs and items. There will mostly be 3 main reasons you are exploring. Looking for an enchantment, a covenant, or like I mentioned before, a superclass. And depending on which path you go, chaotic or orderly, you will have to go to a different biome to find them. Now I think it's about time I go over chaotic and orderly. These are your alignment. Yes, like D&D. Depending on certain actions you do during a quest or do small events around the world, you will gain chaotic by doing bad stuff and orderly by doing good stuff. Simple as that, really. However, some quests could be long or hard, so if you want the quickest way to max out a path, just make a bunch of either heartbreaking or heart-soothing elixirs, and just chug that shit until you literally can't anymore. Sadly, it won't max you out, however, all you'll have to do is 2 extra quests. It's nothing your small little brain can't handle. There's usually 2 perfect freebie quests you can do on the spot. One of my personal favorites being the guy we can push off the ledge. It's pretty fucking funny. He even remembers you after 2, like, yeah, what are you gonna do? I'll fucking do it again! Outside of classes, there's a lot of other things to find as well. But I think I'll let you have fun with all of that. Won't be fun if I tell you everything about the game, right? You're not smart enough to figure stuff out on your own, but now I think we should wrap this up. With all that I have said, you'd think this would be the end of it, right? Well, no. There's a lot of things I did not mention, such as alchemy, subclasses, the bosses, this motherfucker. All of this plus all the new stuff that is planned to be added. Truth be told, we are still technically in the release phase, even after a few months. And the updates are planned to be game-changing. New classes, new biomes, and these things called ultra classes, whatever they are. This game truly has scratched an itch that I had for years now, and because of that, it's amazing. And I can't wait to see what comes from it. This game truly has been an Arcane Lineage. That's right, I said the fucking thing. But with all that wrapped up, I should probably say goodbye. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Seriously, please subscribe. I want my card, and please buy me to be worth something. Please, for the love of...